Hello students, let us see example 2.9 of our chapter 2. The diagram is given. We have a 4 capacitors C1, C2, C3, C4 having 10 microfarad value. You have to find out the C equivalent as well the charge on each capacitor. Now there are different methods to solve the diagrams or the combination of a capacitor. First you have to find out whether they are in series or parallel combination. Now always we have to move from positive plate to the negative plate to check whether the capacitors are connected in series or parallel. If there is a division of path and both the plates are at the same potential, if there are two capacitors, first plate of both the capacitor are at a common point and the other plate of both capacitors are at the same point, then they are in parallel combination. And if you are moving through a path and if there is no division, then all the capacitors are connected in series. So we have to find out that. Now in the figure, here we have a 500 volt battery. Now these 2 points, let us name this point as P dash. Now clearly P dash and AD point, there is no other component between point P and A. So point A is at 500 potential or voltage and negative terminal is arbitrarily taken as 0. So P dash is 0 volt. So D is also at 0 volt. So if I want to calculate the charge on C4, the voltage across C4 is V500. So voltage is known, C is known, so you can easily find out Q. So we will see the second part. First let us find out the equivalent capacitor. So I start moving from point P to A. This is the junction. One path is along AD, other is along ABCD. So here we have a one capacitor only. So we leave that path and we move towards B. So first capacitor, then B to C, C to D. Now while moving from A, B, C, D, we find that all the capacitor comes in a line and there is no division of the path. So the first thing is C1, C2 and C3 are in the series combination. So from figure, C1, C2, C3 are in series combination. So their equivalent capacitance is 1 upon C123. Let the equivalent name is given as C123. That is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. Now all the capacitors have a same value, so they are identical. Otherwise you calculate this 1 by 10, 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, that is 3 by 10. Then you do the reciprocal. So it becomes, here it is 3 by 10, so it becomes 10 by 3. Or we know that C123, if it is an identical, then the resultant was C by N, that is capacitance of each capacitor divided by the number of capacitors. So this is equation 1. So you can show the calculation, I have written directly. Now it is always advisable to draw the equivalent diagram step by step so that the numericals becomes easy. So after completing this step, I draw the equivalent diagram. Now C1 to C1, C2, C3 is replaced by C123. So the equivalent diagram, let this be referred as figure 1. So now the equivalent diagram become C123. This is our C4, which is our point A and D, and now this becomes point B and C. So all three are replaced by this. And now this is your point P, this is your point P dash, and the voltage is 500 volt. Now clearly both these plates have a common point B, A or P, that is they are at a positive potential or the plates are positive, and the other plate of both the capacitor also have a same common point C, D, P dash, or from the diagram also you can say they are in a parallel combination. So let us name this as figure 2. So from figure 2, here it is figure 1. So from figure 2, C1, 2, 3 and C4 are in parallel combination, and this is our final answer. So we name it as C equivalent is equal to, now parallel combination capacitance are added. So it becomes 10 by 3 plus 10, that is equal to 40 by 3 microfarad. So this is the first part of your answer, or the first part of the question given. Now, if only equivalent is asked, our answer is over. But because you have to find out charge on each capacitor as well, you have to find out the potential also on each charge. Now charge on each capacitor. So we draw the equivalent diagram of this, which will be our figure number 3. So if I draw this equivalent diagram, this is my C equivalent and this is the battery 500 volt. This is your figure number 3. Say this is figure 3. Now this point B, A, P, all are this point. They are A, B, P, common point. And this point are C, D, P dash. Now I have to find out the charge on each capacitor. So we have to always refer the second last diagram. And you have to say in the second last diagram whether the capacitors are in series combination or a parallel combination. Then you have to apply the concepts which we will see. Now if I refer this second diagram, it is clear that both the capacitors are in parallel combination. You have to always refer the second last diagram. And in parallel combination, we know that the potential remains same. So the potential across C4 that was already known from figure 1 is 500 volt. So P, A, B are at a positive potential, P dash, D, C are at negative potential. So voltage across C4 is 500. Voltage across C1, 2, 3 is also 500 volt. So I have to apply the concept of parallel combination. So how I will apply that concept? From figure 2, now I have to go in a backward steps. So last diagram, second last diagram and the first diagram. So from figure 2, C1, 2, 3 and C4 are in parallel combination. So voltage across C4 and C1, 2, 3 is same. So voltage is same, and it may be possible that their capacitance may be same. If it is same, then the charge would also be the same. But here the situation is different. C4 value is 10 and C1, 2, 3 is 10 by 3. So they have a different charges, but their voltage is same. So I make a two-part of this. Number first, I will write V4 is equal to 500 volt. Here I will write C1, 2, 3 is also equal to 500 volt. Sorry, V1, 2, 3. Voltage across C1, 2, 3. So that is the concept of parallel combination. C4 is 10 microfarad. Therefore, Q4 is equal to C4 V4. That is our formula. So it becomes 10 into 10 raised to minus 6 for C4 and into 500 volt. So Q4 comes out to be 5 into 1, 2, 3, that is 10 raised to minus 3 coulomb. So this is our answer. Q4 comes out to be 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 coulomb. Now V123 is 500 volt, C123 that is 10 by 3 microfarad. So I will find out Q also, Q123, that will be called as charge on C123. So this will be equal to C1, Q123 is equal to C123, V123. That is our Q123. So this is equal to 10 by 3 micro, that is 10 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 6. Multiply by 500. So this is equal to 5 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 coulomb. That is our Q123. This is our Q123. We need to find out Q1, Q2 and Q3. So we found Q123. Now we know that, so this diagram is over. V4 500, C123, so V123 was 500. Now the charge on this is 5 by 3. Now I come to this diagram. I am taking the reverse path. Now for this, C123 is a series combination, and in series combination the charge remain same. Now the total voltage across this was 500 volt. So in series combination potential difference is different. That is V1 plus V2 plus V3 should be equal to 500 volt. Now it will be, there are many methods. See, V1 plus V2 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to V123, series combination. So voltage are added. Q is same. Q is same. C1, C2, C3, they are 10. Q is same. C is also same. So V should also be same. Out of 3 physical quantity, 2 are same. So we know that in series combination charge is same. Capacitance is also same. So V should be same. And the total should be 500. So each voltage should be equal to 500 by 3 volt. So if it is asked what is the voltage across C1, C2, C3, so it will be 500 by 3. So 500 by 3 plus 500 by 3 plus 500 by 3, it comes out to be 500. So now I can easily find out Q1, Q2, Q3. So I take V1 500 by 3, V2 500 by 3, V3 500 by 3. So individual voltage is known, individual C is known. So individual Q will be equal to C into V. So that is one method. Another method, if you don't want to do this method, you have to employ this method because C and V are same. So it becomes easy. However, if you are not applying this method, it is clear that C123 is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now Q is same. Therefore, the total charge on C1, C2, C3 is same, that is Q123. So I will write Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2 plus Q upon C3, that is equal to 500 volt. So if the total charge on 1, 2, 3 is 5 by 3, the charge on each capacitor should be the total of these charges. It should be 5 by 3 only because charge in the series combination remain same. So I take the charge on C1, C2 and C3. I name it a Q. So we will see what is the total charge. This is the charge on C123. I come back to this. So I can write Q123 is directly equal to 5 by 3. Or if you want to find out, you can do this method. Again, you will come to the same conclusion. So you can easily now refer the diagram from figure 1. C1, C2, C3 are in series combination. So charge on each of them should be same, that is Q1, 2, 3 only, because this was a charge deposited on this 5 by 3. I come to the first diagram, so it was a series combination, and in series combination charge remains same. So if you want to find out whether this answer is right or wrong, you can say V1 plus V2 plus V3 is 500, then name the charge on each capacitor and Q. You find a Q, you will get the same value. So here we are not doing the calculation. Therefore Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3 is equal to Q1, 2, 3, and therefore Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3 is equal to 5 by 3, that is 3 1 ja 3 20, that is 6 so say 6 7 minus 3 coulomb. So this is the charge on each capacitor. And if we want to find out the voltage, you can individually find out the voltage. V1 is equal to Q1 by C1. If you want to check whether it is 500 by 3, let us check this. I am writing this as 5 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by C1 was 10 micro, so 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. So this becomes 5 upon 3 into minus 3 plus 6, that is plus 3 and 1 10, so 10 raised to 2. So see that this is 500 by 3 volt. So if you want to find out V1, you can easily find out V1, V2, V3. So it should be clear that V1, V2, V3 total should be 500, and if the charge on each capacitor is same and C is also same, the voltage should be divided equally because V1 plus V2. So directly you can write 500 by 3. I hope you understand this concepts. The numerical was easy because C1, C2, C3 values were same. We will see another numerical where the values will be different. Now let us come to example 2.10. Now again the numerical is easy because the capacitor or the situation is given for the identical capacitor. And in the exercise we will see when the capacitors are not identical. Now how the numerical is given, we have one capacitor of 900 picofarad which is charged with the help of a battery 100 volt. You have to find out the energy stored in it. Then in the second part we remove this battery and join another identical. See, it is an identical, so situation becomes easy. Identical capacitor is connected in with C1, and again you have to find out the energy of the system. Energy of system means the total energy of both capacitor as well. We will see there is a loss of energy, so you have to find out energy loss. You can refer the question. If it is not asked, still we will find an energy loss, so you can refer this question. Now the first part is very easy. C1 is equal to 900 picofarad, so this is equal to 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. The total voltage is 100 volt. So energy stored, let the energy stored is U1. So this U1 is equal to half C1 V square. So this is equal to half into 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100 10 square. 100 can be written as 10 square V square 10 raised to 4. So this is equal to 4.5, that is 9 divided by 2, all zeros taken together. So 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 joule. So this much energy is stored in C1. See, I named C1 and C2 because it may be possible that the capacitance value is different. Here it is same, so it will be more easier to deal with such numerical. So total energy stored in the capacitor is this much. Now we disconnect the battery and connect another C2. So it is clear that the potential or the energy or the voltage of this capacitor will decrease. Now it is discharging. It was charged, now it is discharged. So C1 level will come down. C1 level means either you say its energy will decrease, or the charge deposited on it will decrease, or the potential will decrease. And on the other end, the charge on C2 will increase, or its energy will increase, or its voltage will increase. Then you have to find out the total energy of the system, or each capacitor also we can find out. So situation is like this. This is fully charged and initially it is 0. Now its charge will keep on decreasing and it will rise. Now this height difference means potential difference here. So the capacitor C1 will get discharged till the potential becomes equal. That is called a common potential. We can find out common potential also, formula for a common potential, or this numerical can be easily done because it is identical. Now it is clear that whatever amount of charge is stored in it. Now who is the source of the charge deposited? That is a battery. Battery is remote, so charge can neither be created nor destroyed. Since they are identical, the charge will be distributed equally. So let me first do the numerical from this concept when both values are same. So we are doing the different methods. Here C1 is equal to C2 is equal to 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. Now let us first find out the total charge deposited on it. So total charge deposited on C1, let us find out its value before we start second chapter. Total charge on C1, that is, let us name it Q. So Q is equal to C1 into V. So Q is equal to C1 is 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100 volt. So Q is equal to 9 into 2 to 4, that is 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. So this is first we find out. If you are using the concept of a charge, so we will do different concept. Now here C1 is equal to C2 is equal to 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. Identical capacitor. Now it is clear that when such situation take place, their potential becomes same. That is called common potential. So C is same, V is same. So Q should also be same. So they divide the total charge because charge can neither be created nor destroyed. The battery is removed after depositing this much amount of charge. Now they will distribute, or they will share a charge equally. So clearly, after disconnecting battery, the charge on C1 becomes half of this, C2 becomes half of this, and then I can find out the energy stored or energy of the system. So we are using that concept first. So here C1, C2 is equal to this, and when battery is disconnected, their potential becomes same. That is common potential. That is common potential. That is V1 is equal to V2 is equal to Vc. We will also derive the formula for common potential. That is not required in this situation because the charge is equally divided. We want to find out the energy. I can use the concept of energy Q square by C also. And if I have to find out the concept of a common potential, that can also be used. For the time being, we will do the two method here now. Taking charge equally distributed, and one concept taking the potential to be same. Here the potential will be same because identical was there, so we will find out common potential to be 50 volt. That we will see. But if these values are not same, then the common potential is not same. It will have some different value. We will derive the formula for common potential and then we will apply it. Now let us see. Here we have written C1 is equal to C2, V1 is equal to V2. Therefore, Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q by 2. This is when the battery is disconnected. And therefore, Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to half of this, that is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 8 divided by 2. Sorry, we have divided 9 divided by 2. So it is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. So Q is found. Now, energy stored in C1, its energy will decrease. So individually also we are finding the energy, and then if it is asked find the energy of the system, you add that. Now the new energy stored is U1 dash. So I apply the formula half Q1 square upon C1 because I am using the concept of a charge. This is equal to half into Q1 square. So 4.5 into 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 16 divided by C1, that is 900 into 10 raised to minus 12. And therefore U1 dash is equal to, so now I take the power 4.5, 4.5, I remove the decimal, so 100 comes into the denominator. So half into 45 into 45 into 10 raised to minus 16 divided by 900 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 10 raised to 2. That is for this decimal. So the calculation becomes easier. So 45, 900 divided by 45, that is 45 divided by 900, 1 by 20. Then this is equal to 45 divided by 4. Now I take the power first, minus 16 plus 12. So minus 16 plus 12, that is minus 4. Minus 4 divide minus 2. So let me write this, minus 16 plus 12 minus 2, and I take this 20 also, so minus 1. So it becomes 10 raised to minus 4 minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 7. So it becomes 45 divided by 4 minus 16 plus 12 minus 4 minus 2 minus 6 minus 7. So 45 divided by 4 into 10 raised to minus 7. So it comes out to be 1 point. So this is 11 point something. So 44 11 za 11 4 za. So 44 and 0.25 into 10 raised to minus 7. So it comes out to be 1.125 into 10 raised to minus 6 joule. So this much energy is stored. So clearly from 4.5 it decreased to 1.125. Similarly, I will find out the energy stored in C2. So U2 dash is equal to half Q2 square upon C2. Say the charge is half because the capacitor was identical. Remember this. The potential, they will have same potential. Here it will be 50-50. But if their capacitance is different, potential is same. Common potential means both will have same potential. That you have to find out the new value. Here common potential does not mean a half value. Here common potential, we will see that concept also. Remember, I am doing this numerical on the basis of the concept of a charge sharing between this. So U12. Now same values, Q2 is same, C2 is also same. So answer comes out to be 1.125 into 10 raised to minus 6 joule. So this is individual value after disconnecting the battery. Total energy of system, so that is named as say U2. So U1 dash plus U2 dash. So if I do the total of this, it comes out to be 2.25. 1.125, 1.125. So it comes out to be 2.25 into 10 raised to minus 6 joule. So this is the final energy of the system. Now if you have to find out the loss, say it becomes half. So loss delta U is equal to U1 minus U2. So it comes out to be 2.25 into 10 raised to minus 6 joule if they ask you the loss of energy. Now where this loss happen? This loss comes into the picture because when you remove a battery and another capacitor is connected, we have to take the help of a connecting wire, and we will see each connecting wire have a resistance. So this is the numerical for identical capacitor. Now remember this formula, if the capacitors are identical, then only you have to apply this case. See, if the total energy is named as U, here I have named it as U1. Let the total energy stored in the capacitor is U. Then your U1 dash comes out to be U by 4. You divide this 4.5 by 4, you will get 1.12. Your U2 dash will also come U by 4. And the loss will come U by 2. And the total energy will be U by 2 and the loss will also be U by 2. So if such numerical is given in the MCQ, directly you have to remember whatever total energy a first capacitor have, half energy will be in the loss and the pending half will be divided equally, that is U by 4, U by 4. So it is like this, U is the total energy, loss U by 2, so remaining U by 2 we call final energy of system. So half of the energy is lost and this remaining becomes U by 4, U by 4, and this is energy in each capacitor. This is energy stored in each capacitor. So this is the situation where identical capacitors are connected. Now this is method is over. Now let us see the concept of a common potential. Also, in the extra portion, now this numerical is over. Now we will be doing the different method if two capacitors are different. This is only for the identical capacitors. Now let us see the common potential. Now before we move to the common potential, let us derive the formula for common potential. So this is an extra formula for common potential. See, charge can neither be created nor destroyed. Charge can neither be created nor destroyed. So total charge was Q. After connection also the total should remain Q. Now let common potential Vc is equal to. Now in the end Vc is equal to total charge divided by total capacitance, that is C1 plus C2. So one formula is simply whatever total charge at C1 has, that will remain even after the connection. Now after connection the charge total will remain same, but individually they have Q1, Q2. Here it was same because potential is, remember potential will be same whether C1 and C2 are equal or not. Common potential name means they will have same potential. Now charge will be same or differ depending on the value of the C. If C is same, then the charge will be equally divided. Now suppose the charge on the first is Q1 after disconnection. So this can be written as Q1 plus Q2 upon C1 plus C2. So Vc is equal to, now Q1, so it can be written as C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So one formula is total charge divided by total capacitance, and the another formula can be C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. So this is the formula for the common potential. Now let us see. Now here V1 means C1 connected to the battery. So C1 was connected to a 100 volt battery. Now let us find out the common potential for this sum. Or we do the second part by the concept of the common potential. So total energy is 4.5 and we will see the concept of potential, common potential. So here Vc is equal to C1. I can also find out capital Q. If you have found capital Q, divide capital Q by C1 plus C2. You will get common potential. But suppose I find U1 and then instead of finding Q, I directly move to the common potential, then I will apply this formula. I will not take this formula because I have not found Q. So in the first part, if you are not finding the Q, you can take the help of a common potential. So common potential C1 900 pico, V1 100 plus C2 900. C2 was not connected to any battery, so we write V2 0. It was not connected to a battery. Divided by 900 plus 900, that is 1800 picofarad. So this becomes, this portion is 0, 900 into 100, the unit above is pico, down is pico, it is cancelled, upon 1800. So clearly see Vc comes out to be 50 volt. So this is the common potential. If C is same, Q will be same because V is same. So here I will not be using the concept of V throughout. If I want to use the concept of Q, then you find the total Q in the first portion itself. There is another extra formula to find out Q1 and Q2 also. That we will do again. But because C was equal, Q was divided half-half. But if C is not equal, Q will be different. So there are two concepts to solve such numerical. One is a concept of common potential. One is a concept of a charge. And one subpart is if two capacitors are identical. Now let us see, Vc is 150 volt. 50 volt. Now U1 dash, that we found to be 1/4 of this. That was 1.125. Now let us see this. Half. Now I will write the C1 Vc square. U1 dash. So it comes out to be half into 900. So 900 into 10 is to minus 12 into 50 into 50. Now if you do this calculation, by yourself and you will find out the value comes out to be 1.125 into 10 is to minus 6 joule. That will come out to be 1/4 of this. So clearly it is, you take the power, then 25 divided by, multiply by 9 divided by 2, you will come to this answer. So U1 dash comes out to be this. When I write U2 dash, it will be again half C2 Vc square. Both value are same, again you will get this answer. So this is how the concept of potential is introduced. So you have to first think whether you will be using the concept of charge or a concept of common potential. If you are using the concept of charge, in the first part itself you find out Q. Otherwise there is no need to find Q. Say U1, then I move to this portion, I use this formula, I find out this and I do this. And if it is asked find the total energy of the system, you do the addition. It comes out to be half. This is for only identical capacitor formula. U, half is lost, half is pending, then half is divided into 1/4, 1/4. Now let us find out if the capacitors are not equal. Suppose you found the value of Q in the first part. Now both capacitance is different. Their potential will be same. Their potential will be same. It will be the common potential. But now C is different. So Q will also be different. So let us find out extra portion what will be the charge on each capacitor when they are connected with each other. We have found for the two sphere, if the two sphere have a different radius, how we found Q1 is equal to total charge खुद का radius divided by total radius. Like this you have to remember when they were connected with a wire. So Q2 is equal to total charge खुद का radius divided by like this. You have done this. Now what will happen when one capacitor is connected to a battery, it is removed and the another capacitor is connected. Now charge may be same if it is identical. Same means they will be divided half. Suppose they are not divided in half. So V1 is equal to V2 is equal to Vc. You have to always remember that when the two capacitors are connected, they will have a common potential because one is fully charged and other was discharged. So one which was charged, its charge will decrease, the charge of other will rise, charge will not be same, their potential will be same. So V1 is equal to V2 is equal to Vc. Now let the charge on C1 is Q1 by C1 and the charge on second is Q2 upon C2. Total is Q. You have to remember total was Q. It can neither be created nor destroyed. Now after disconnecting, their charge will change. So Q1, Q2. Therefore, Q1 upon Q2 is equal to C1 upon C2. Now I use the componendo method same. Q1 plus Q2 upon Q2. तो यहाँ भी ऐसा ही C1 plus C2 upon C2. Now this is the total charge. Charge can neither be created nor destroyed. So Q upon Q2 is equal to C1 plus C2 upon C2. Now I want to find out the formula for Q2. So it is clear that Q2 is equal to total charge खुद का capacitance divided by total capacitance. Similar to this, instead of radius we have a capacitance. So if you use this formula, here we found the capital Q, you substitute this value. C2, C1 is known, and then compare what we have done earlier. You will see that the charge will come out to be half for this portion. Then similarly Q1, so Q खुद का capacitance upon C1 plus C2. So now you do in the denominator Q2 plus Q1. So this can be done like Q1 upon Q2 plus Q1 is equal to C1 upon C2 plus C1. Now this becomes capital Q. So Q1 is equal to capital Q C1 upon, wait, this you can prove like this portion. So this is the concept of charge. Now you for this portion use this formula, you will see whatever total charge you have found, it will be equally divided. So this can be done by this method also. So there are two concepts. One is a concept of common potential, one is a concept of charge. You have to decide in the first part itself whether you will be using the concept of common or Q. If you are using the concept of this Q1, Q2, find out Q in the first part itself. Also, there is another formula. We have found that a loss is half. There is one shortcut formula, delta U is equal to half C1 C2 V1 minus V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2. This is the formula for the loss of a capacitor. Now this formula is applicable for all the types of capacitors, whether they are identical or not identical. So directly for MCQ, instead of doing entire this calculation to find out the loss, first we found initial, then we found the final in C1, final in C2, then total system, and then we found the loss. So directly I can find the loss for this, whether C1 is equal or not. Let us see what is this. Half C1 into C2, that is 900 into 900 into 10 raised to minus 24. V1, that is 100 volt. V2, it was not connected with the battery. So C2 was not connected to battery. So V1 is 100. 100 square, that is 10 raised to 4. Divided by C1 plus C2, that is 1800 into 10 raised to minus 12. Now you do this calculation. Answer will be half of this. Let us check this. 0, 0 is cut. So it comes out to be 9 9s are 81. 81 divided by 2. And this 18 also. Now power minus 24 plus 4. Minus 24 plus 4 minus 20. Minus 20 plus 2. Minus 20 plus 2 minus 18. Minus 18 plus 12. 10 raised to minus 6. Now we do this. So instead of this 81, I write 9 into 9. 9 1 ja 9. 9 2 ja. That is 9 by 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. See, 9 divided by 4. It will be half of this. 2.25. So we got the same answer. What we have done, a long calculation. So this is a shortcut for the loss of the energy when one capacitor is fully charged, it is remote, and another capacitor is connected. So if in MCQ they ask you a loss, there is no need to do all this concept directly. You remember this formula. So in the end, remember the three formula. One is common potential, total charge upon total capacity. Other is common potential is equal to Q1 C1 plus Q2 C2. Sorry, V1 C1, V2 C2. V2 is if capacitor is 2 is connected to a battery, divided by C1 plus C2. This is common potential formula. Second, if two capacitors are connected, then Q1 is equal to total charge, फिर याद करना है खुद का capacitance divided by total. Q2 total charge, खुद का capacitance upon this. And third formula is this loss of energy. So we complete our today's lecture here. Have a good day.